morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. My name's Jenny McCormac from Jemini Crafts. It is Monday the 18th of November 2024 and we're back with a new stamp set of the week. This one, as you can see, is Snowflakes and it's called One of a Kind from Stampin Up. I am an independent Stampin Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that is here in the UK. Thank you for joining us this morning. We have a new stamp set each week. Morning, Catherine. And I have been alternating Christmas and non-Christmas. This week it's a Christmas card design, and as you can see from there, it's called One of a Kind and it features snowflakes. So it's a great stamp set. It is only £17, and there are some dies that go with it that cut out the snowflake and also a background. And the dies are £13, but you can buy the whole bundle for £27. Hi Caroline, which includes the stamp set and the dies as well. For our coffee and card design, we're going fairly simple this week, and I'm going to use this snowflake as the main focus of our card, and then add these little bits around. So we have this little sort of dotty swirl. We have 3 different snowflake sizes and details, and then we've got a to and a from, so it's perfect for making gift tags as well. And then we have 5 sentiments. Thank you for your kindness. A little something just for you. Sending a flurry of happy wishes, which I think is very sweet. You are a one-of-a-kind, wonderful friend, and hope you have the merriest season ever. So a really nice combination of slightly unusual sentiments, not your normal sort of happy Christmas, season's greetings, etc. So I'm going to be using, hi Kerry, good evening to you. I'm going to be using a base white card here. This is with our thick white cardstock. For some reason I haven't scored it, and so I do have a bone folder to hand, so let's just do that first. So this is half a standard A4 sheet here in the UK, so this is 14.85 centimeters high and it's 21 centimeters across, and that's scored at 10.5 centimeters to create our base card. Good morning to you, Nicole. Nicole comes to us from the Netherlands. I'm going to be using, I think, Lost Lagoon today as my colour combination. So ink pads wise, I have got Smoky Slate, Coastal Cabana and Lost Lagoon. But you could do this really in any sets of colours, any blues, purples, silvers. Obviously this would look lovely if you did that embossed snowflake in silver, heat embossing. I think that would look fabulous. But those are the colours I'm going to use today. So Smoky Slate, Coastal Cabana and Lost Lagoon. You could also add in it'll come to me in a minute. Pretty Peacock. That's what I was thinking. So those are my ink pads. These are the stamps. So we're going to start with the large one first. I'm going to make that the centre point and do a little bit of blending as well. I might as well load up these little snowflakes. Looking for a tiny block, which is all packed away, so I'll just go with those for the minute. So I can see any smaller ones. No, I had to say I did have a job to find my craft desk this morning. So apologies if I feel, if I seem a little bit not quite with it. Right, let's get cracking. So One of a Kind is the name of the stamp set. Put that there. Hopefully it's not going to reflect too much with my lights on. It's a very dull day this morning so far. So I've got a layer here. So this Lost Lagoon layer, that's the colour, is 10 centimetres by 14.35, and then I've got this white layer going on top, and that measures 9.5 by 13.85. You could also make this a really nice square card if you wished. I think we'll make a great square card. So if you needed to do a lot of Christmas cards, this would probably be a really good way to do that. Right, so let's get Lost Lagoon out, get crafting. I'm just going to see what this looks like. Okay, that's alright, that's not too inky. So I'm going to put this slightly higher centre. Am I going to put it, yeah, I guess I am going to put it fairly straight. I think with this you either need to go straight or completely at an angle. There we go. And then I'm going to, actually I'm going to redo that again because I'm not very happy with that. I haven't used this stamp set before, and you really want to condition the stamps slightly by stamping them and then cleaning them. There's often a film on the stamps, and that causes them not to stamp really cleanly. And if you can see, you might not be able to see it, but it's just sort of broken up image there. So let me try that again, see if I get a crisper image. That's better. Okay, let's turn that over. I'll put it roughly the same place on the other side. And let's do it that way. I think that's fairly central. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then I'm going to add some of the swirls. Whoops, I'm not the camera now. There we go. Some of the swirls and some of the snowflakes. So I think I'm going to do the swirls in Smoky Slate. So let's clean that off. So it's a nice light little swirl, which would be perfect for birthdays and things like that as well. Lost Lagoon is a nice colour, isn't it? And Pretty Peacock. Let's put one up here. Let's have it going that way. Like so. And then let's use a few of the little snowflakes. So this is Coastal Cabana. I'm just going to add a couple of those, and then what I'm going to do is use my blending brush and just add some blender detail around that. Okay, let's go for smaller snowflake, and then we can either add our sentiment across the bottom, or we could add a sentiment on top of the snowflake and cut it out. Let's use the same. So this is the smaller of the two, of the three I should say. Now I'm worried I'm getting this a little bit too organised. Let's add that one there, like so. and another one up here like that. Okay, let's close those up. And I've got a blending brush here that is blue. This looks like a balmy blue. So I could use that. I could use smoky slate, or I could use a little bit of, maybe a little bit of the Coastal Cabana. But if you've got other snowflake sets already, obviously you could recreate this with those. And I will be doing a stepped up version later this week with the dies as well. So I'm just going to start in the middle, and you want to give that middle image an opportunity to dry. Otherwise you can, if it's still wet, you can be spreading the ink unnecessarily. Like so. Let's add a little bit more. Bringing that out a little bit. If you can see that detail or not with the blending brush, hopefully you can. Let's make it a little bit darker. So any really of the colours that you love, so blues, greys, purples, pinks, any of those would work for this. So one of our Lyns has joined us. Good morning, Lynn. Thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you're well. So just adding that in the centre and then moving it out, but getting it lighter as it extends out, like so. I'll lift that up. Hopefully you can see that background now. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment across the bottom on this one, because otherwise it's a little bit top heavy. So I like this one. Hope you have the merriest season ever, although I do like sending a flurry of happy wishes. But I want it a bit wider to balance that. So yeah, hope you have the merriest season ever. Can see the slight blending, excellent. I will do a little bit more. So this says, hope you had the merriest season ever, and you always want a sentiment to pick up a darker tone, especially if it's a fine sentiment, otherwise it gets completely lost. Let's just try that a couple of times, because I haven't used this stamp set before, which is why it's in pristine condition, but won't be for long, especially if we use pinks and purples. Okay, so this is Lost Lagoon. Be quite tempted actually to make this Pretty Peacock. I always like to go slightly darker with the sentiment, but I think I've got away with it on here. But you wouldn't want to go any lighter. Temptation is often to use, you know, one of the light colours. Let me see if I can add a little bit more so that you can see that blending a bit better. And then we've just got to layer this up and it's done. And I would add some gems. My gems are packed at the bottom of my bag, so I will add those and photograph it. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. So you can have fun, as I think they will do at Coffee and Card this afternoon, with lots of different colour variations of this. So that's how that's going to work together. And obviously if you've got the dies, you could cut this out, the snowflake, and die cut it and put it on top. but for our coffee and card we're keeping it nice and straightforward. I am going to stamp snowflakes and maybe that little swirl on the inside. So let's grab Smoky Slate. So this is the inside of my card. I'm going to add that little, it's a sweet little swirl. Like that. And then let's add some snowflakes. Let's do Coastal Cabana, like so. Shall I add a corner of the large one? Yes, I think I will, in Lost Lagoon. And maybe I'll add the small one, small snowflake as well. There it is. Let's do that in the grey. There we go, like that. Oops, sorry, I'm in the wrong place on the screen. It's because I knocked my camera. Oh, that's a good idea. The little swirl either side of the sentiment. Yes, that would definitely work, Kerry. Or the snowflakes. Maybe the swirl would be too big. Maybe the small snowflake in Smoky Slate. Yeah, I like that idea. There we go. Thank you for that. It elongates it slightly, which makes it look a little bit more balanced, doesn't it? Okay, let's cover those up. And obviously I can put snowflakes on my envelope as well. So there's our design. This, as I said, would be great for doing some quick cards, because you could literally just have all your card blanks, stamp all of the big snowflakes, then stamp the other elements, then do some blending and stamp your sentiments, and you'd be done. Alright, let's put that there. And I've got to use tape this morning because everything else is packed. Good morning, Carol, and good morning to Michelle. Some of my team have joined us. So yeah, thank you for the idea, Kerry, of adding that. So I'm just going to put some of this around the edges. Normally I would use my seal, but that's just run out. So I need to get the refill out for that. But it is Monday morning. Okay. So take the edge of that tape up. And that one. And you'll see a lot of crafters do this. Just opening up a little bit of those taped elements so that you don't put it down and it sticks to everything. So you've just got a little bit on each side. Get it in position. Then you can press it down. and then pull the remaining tape off, and that stops it moving, and it also stops it adhering to your card before you're ready. There we go. Here's our base card with our design on the inside, and this is going to go on the top. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the tape and we're done. So this is our tear tape. So you don't have to cut it with scissors, you can do if you wish, but I just tear it off. And it's nice and strong, so you don't have to do literally every single inch of the back. You just need to find the edge each time. That's it. And again, just release a little bit of that, enough for it to hold when you press it down, like so. If you prefer, you can use a pokey tool or a pair of scissors to get underneath there, like that. And again, take your time to position it. When you've got it in position, you can press down and then release the remainder tape. Have I got them all out? No, this one there. I thought I only counted 3. There we go. There we are. So a nice simple card to get us crafting on a Monday morning. So this is our coffee and card design. So I will have bling to add to that. Be quite nice in the centre of those some of those snowflakes, or just dotted around. Change colours. You could add, as I say, purples, pinks, night of navy, balmy blue, pretty peacock, any of the blues really, and greys would also look nice. So any combination that you have, and then I've used Lost Lagoon card behind, and then there is the inside of our card, and again you could use a little bit of the blending brush just to bring that colour in from the edge, like so. And you could add that also to the envelope if you wished. So there we go. There's our coffee and card design for this week. The stamp set is called One of a Kind. It's just £17 for this stamp set, and what I like about it is that you could use this for Christmas birthdays, sending a flurry of happy wishes, and it's only this one that's particularly Christmassy. Hope you have the merriest season ever. We've got a thank you, a little something. Obviously the swirl you could use with anything, so if you've got winter birthdays, this would be a perfect set to use for that purpose. And the dies are only 13, and you get the snowflake and an outline die that goes behind it. And the whole bundle with the stamps and the dies is only 27. So you could arm yourself with note cards and envelopes and some layers. You don't even need to have the coloured layer. You can actually stamp straight onto the card if you wish, to not bother with any layers, and that would make some really simple set of cards. Buy our note cards that you get a pack of 20, and you could do 20 Christmas cards pretty quickly. So thank you so much everyone. I do hope you have a good week ahead. I'm looking forward to coffee and card this afternoon. We are going to a remembrance for one of our coffee and card customers this week. She sadly passed away recently, and that will be a very, very emotional day for us, I'm sure. But in the meantime, do take care of yourselves and have a good week ahead. I will be back on Wednesday morning for Kit Catch Up, and then again Thursday evening of this week, all UK times, for our stepped up version using the stamp set and dies. So thank you so much everyone, do take care, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Time for a cup of coffee for me. I hope you're able to have a coffee or tea or whatever floats your boat. Thank you so much, and bye for now.